In today's video, we're discussing a magic card that has spiked over 1300%, and that's not the only magic card that we're talking about in today's video. So what brought us all here today? We're talking about a card that has spiked 1300%, and of course with videos like this, a card spike video, I get right to the meat of the bone. I'm MTG Moxman. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. The rest of it we can skip. Let's talk about this card. Let's get into the action. This is the Master Multiplied Universes Beyond Doctor Who. I mean, it's been a few years since Doctor Who got released. This card started around the pre-order price of 25 bucks, tanked down to like 80 cents, and sat there doing nothing. Nothing for the last couple of years, but things change. Things become altered, and they become a lot better. Now, this card right now, the average price is $19.99. Okay, now, when we look at the monthly change of $19.03, you can see that this card has really jumped up a lot. So, what does this card do, and why do we even care about it? Well, the Master Multiplied is a 4/3 creature with a 6 casting cost, 1 red, 1 black, and 4 other. And when we look at this card, you can see it's a legendary creature, Time Lord Rogue. Now, the card itself, though, the text on the card says it has Myriad. It also has the legend rule doesn't apply to creature tokens you control. Triggered abilities you control can't cause you to sacrifice or exile creature tokens you control. There's a lot of words there and a lot of cool stuff, and there's a funny reason why the card never worked before, or why a lot of people didn't use it. So now, why are we getting the excitement? Well, things get broken when new cards come into play, and in this case, we have a card we need to talk about as well. But first, let's jump back a second, because we have the Master Multiplied selling thousands of copies. And I mean thousands of copies. The speculators dived into the market. A lot of other people did too when they saw what this could possibly do for their decks in Commander and how they could build with it. I myself will be looking for this card for my Throwbold Commander deck. So what are we looking at with a card like this that has thousands of sales? Exactly 3,096 by the time I stopped counting, which means it's definitely going to be in my top 10 this weekend at some point. You guys can tune in for that. So when we jump back and look at the card again, here's why things get broken. This is Deadpool the trading card. A 4 casting cost, 1 red, 1 black, and 2 other 5/3 legendary creature, mutant mercenary hero. And why do we care about Deadpool that just got released in a secret lair and is going to be coming to local LGSs? Well, it's what Deadpool does, because as Deadpool enters, you may exchange his text box and another creature's. And of course, Deadpool says, at the beginning of your upkeep, you'll lose 3 life. 3, sacrifice this creature. Each other player draws a card. Okay. So it's kind of crazy when it comes into play that you're probably going to switch his text box with the Master Multiplied, go hit your opponents, and they're all going to have all kinds of horrible things happen to them. And that's what people are hoping for. That's where we're at in the market space of what's going on actually with this card and why people are showing such an interest. Now, there are people out there who are looking for other ways of utilizing the card. They may jump over to cards because of Tarkir and Dragon Commander decks and say Miriam the Sentinel Worm. Well, the color wheel doesn't really line up that well, but I can understand why you might think, hey, whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of it, which of course will allow you to copy legendary dragons, which could be a cool side effect if you're using a 5-color deck maybe, but that's not going to be everyone's, cup of tea. Maybe some people are going to try that, and maybe as a secondary idea, but this actual effect of what happened is strictly because of Deadpool, and what we're seeing in the market is because Deadpool appeared on April Fool's Day, April 1st, and the sales just went through the roof for the Master Multiplied. You can see it right there on the sheet. Now, here's some stuff we need to know when we're looking at this card, though, and looking at the future potential price of this card. Now it's time to talk and take a look at the financial implications of this card. The Master Multiplied hasn't been reprinted. It's from 2023. We've got it in Doctor Who Commander decks, and we've got it only in the collector box. That's what came up for Doctor Who. Easy, done. That's it. You got Deadpool, secret layer only, and coming to a local LGS near you is what I've been told, the non-foil version. So it'll be appearing at your store. So these two cards are both kind of hard to get, comparatively speaking, to the mass-produced cards we see in a regular standard set. So they're a little bit harder to get. So now we look at the card itself. It's got some cool abilities. They're both going to be fun, broken things to play with to see if you can make it, pop off. But here's the backdrop of what they may not be looking at or telling you when you look at these cards. There's a history. There's a history, guys, of what happens with these cards. There's a history of all of these sales somewhere in the system if you know where to look. If you look at combinations like River Song, Soldevi, Digger, that's Doctor Who as well. If you take a look at other cards like Yargra, Eater of All from Bloomburrow, Seeds of Innocence. If you look at Mind Over Matter with any litany of other cards that cause cascading effects that would just win the game. When you look at those cards, and those are reserveless versions, so they're hard to get to, not just around the corner everywhere, the results are always the same. Always the same. So although this is my opinion, it is based in facts of what I've learned being on this channel so long and researching the information. In my opinion, you don't buy these cards now. You wait 6 months. If you can wait, you will save 80%. Amazing. 80%. But here's the back kicker that you don't want to hear. You don't want to wait. You don't have the patience. Timmy's got to have it now. I know the feeling. I have Deadpool coming. I don't have the Master Multiplied. I'm probably going to buy it. Because $20 to me is worth getting it now as opposed to waiting till later. When you got the excitement of a build coming onto you and you just got to complete that deck, $20 ain't going to be a barrier to me. Which means a lot of people in the secondary market who speculate on this card are going to make a killing. Because I'm one of thousands who don't own one of that card. I'm one of thousands who got Deadpool and want that card now. Just seeing it, you're like, oh, you're going to find a way. And if you can wait, you're going to save a lot of money. But the results are always the same. It loses value, goes back down to where it was roughly. Or if it stays artificially high for some reason, then you're going to see a reprint sooner rather than later, if somehow it held that price, which is unlikely. Because new combinations always come along, which drive these prices down. And with new sets coming along, the money moves on, and things slowly leach down, and people will kind of drip these into the market just to sell off certain copies to recoup initial amounts if they haven't gotten their monies back. And then they hold on to a stack of them for future sales later on. It's like I win now and I win later if it ever spikes again, which does happen. Always keep that stuff in mind. That myriad ability is insane because you get those tokens to just go beat on people. So you can't forget that stuff. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you hung around and learned some good stuff and maybe thought about the cards yourself. Maybe you knew about it. I know one of those people on my channel, Chim, I know, buddy, you mentioned it. And you're like, oh, he already knows my video content for tomorrow. Now, don't forget this weekend, I've got my top 10. I got the top 10 on Saturday for the hottest selling cards in Magic, and that comes at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to see some crazy cards, I know, and of course, I'm expecting to see the Master Multiplied really high on the rank that day. And then, of course, we got the Reserve List top 10 on Sunday, as well as my live stream. Now, I am taking by the time you watch this video, I probably won't even be at work. I'll be getting ready to go to a pre-release for Tarkir, okay? Because I'm really excited. I want to be there. I can't wait to get there. You may see me. And if you do, it's okay to say hi. Say, hey, Mox, man. I'll be happy to say hi and talk to you about Magic, man. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be awesome. That's how excited I am for Tarkir. I actually took a half vacation day. I know, I never do this stuff, but I got to. I have to be there. Guys, thanks again. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys tomorrow, of course, for the top 10. Have an awesome day today. Enjoy the world of Magic. It is a crazy time. Pool Boy. Man, Pool Boy is shaking things up. I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons on my channel. Because of these patrons, we get to do this daily upload of content. We get to hang out every day talking about Magic the Gathering, and it's because of the supporters of the channel. Whether you're a YouTube membership member or one of my patrons, you make it happen, guys. It's amazing. I just want to take these moments every day to thank you and tell you how much it means to me. I'll look forward to seeing you all in the comment sections and of course tomorrow for another video. So have a great day. Ramble Jamble. Welcome back. You know. Do you think that Pool Boy is going to be seeing that much play? It's going to mess people up. It's one of many combinations out there. Connective tissue that can just rock your world. But you know what? There's going to be people trying that card out and trying to make it work. I myself will get that combination. Will I buy it right away? If I see a card inside of a shelf, I'm probably going to buy it. I probably won't be able to wait, and I want to try it out as soon as I get Deadpool here. Now, the funny thing is, I don't even have my my SpongeBob yet for my kid. So I'm still waiting for the first one. And the second one's coming to a friend, so it might even come quicker. Who knows? I'm just saying. I don't like waiting for this stuff. I want to try it out now. And that's the problem. The patience nowadays for people, including myself. Be patient. patient. It's going to be worth it. I'll let you guys know how my Tarkir went. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to win that pre-release. I'm going to smoke everyone. My buddy Ventrix, I'm taking you down too, bro.